Kaya Kambali, Kaya Kambali, Kaya Tama oh Sidela Bali. Kaya Kambali, Kaya Kambali, Kaya Tama oh Sidela Bali.
The Southern Nations, Nationalities and Peoples State is a land of many surprises. It is home to more than 56 ethnic groups with diverse languages, cultures, and religions. The cultural, historical, and natural attraction sites in the state are simply magnificent.
I was very interested in visiting the country because I've read so much about the rich history and there's so many different activities, and I wanted to experience Ethiopia.
The country is very interesting. Yeah, we've been to many different parts of Ethiopia because we started our trip in the northern part of Ethiopia, and now we are in the southern, and it's so interesting to see differences between the regions, between the landscapes, between the people. So it's fascinating.
Well, we came specifically to the south, to the Omo Valley, to see the tribes. We saw the Mursi, the Dorsi, the Shimei. We saw a lot of different tribes. Very, very interesting.
Kaya Kambali, Kaya Kambali, Kaya Tama oh Sidela Bali.
Sidama Zone is one of the zonal administrations in Southern Nations, Nationalities and Peoples State. Like other parts of the state, it is endowed with many attraction sites. The Hanafa Cultural Tourist Village is just one to mention. It is located 62 kilometers from Hawassa town, the seat of the regional government. In this cultural tourist village, the day-to-day activities of the local community have become tourism attraction.
የሀናፋ የቱሪስት መንደር የተቋቋመው ከቅርብ ጊዜ ጀምሮ ነው።
Hanafa Cultural Tourist Village was established some years ago. We have contributed our share in collaboration with Culture and Tourism Office in the village establishment. Since tourists are not expected to travel a long distance, this lodge has contributed a lot in easing the burden of traveling long. In a 10 to 30 minutes travel, they can visit coffee and false banana farms. They can then reach the village.
እዚህ አካባቢ ሲመጡ ተፈጥሯዊ ባህላዊና ታሪካዊ መስህቦችን ይመለከታሉ።
When they come here, the tourists visit natural and historical attractions, but mainly are drawn to cultural attractions. There is a cultural village which shows the lifestyle of the Sidama people living in the highland area. Tourists have the opportunity to see how Sidama people live, eat, look after their cattle, their agriculture, and their overall day-to-day activities, including how they prepare foods, build houses in this cultural village.
Buttu Balcha and her family members were waiting for international tourists to show their culture as they usually do. The international tourists were warmly welcomed to the village in the fascinating cultural ways of the Sidama people.
ሰላምተላ ሰላምኒ ማንዱ ምን ደኖ ማንዱ ምን ነውና ማንዱ ምን ነው
Kaya Kambali, Kaya Kambali, Kaya Tama oh Sidela Bali. Kaya Kambali, Kaya Kambali, Kaya Tama oh Sidela Bali.
At the beginning, the tourists visit the processing of false banana at the backyard of local farmers. False banana, locally known as insect, is a green plant which used to prepare traditional foods in some southern parts of Ethiopia. Some tourists participate in the processing of false banana to feed and share the experience of local farmers.
Bravo! Okay. This way. Look at this. It's difficult. Okay.
Slowly.
I need to practice.
Yes.
Okay. Bravo. Okay. Okay.
From the first glance, I'm very much impressed how hard people work. I mean, people are not sitting and just resting. People are really working hard, as we can, for example, see here. Everybody, almost everybody, has some tasks. Women are working very hard. That's my question. What are the men doing here? Because we could see that the women are responsible for many important parts of the life of their family. This impresses.
It is very interesting to see the people so much depending on the agriculture. So the presentation of this false banana processes was something completely new for us.
To make cultural foods from false banana, first we have to cut the plant and drop its leaves. Afterwards, we process it step by step.
About the preparation of food, again, we have different ways, probably connected with the nature and with the weather. Again, because in Poland it wouldn't be possible to keep something outside of, like for example, you showed us today how you keep the food for the family under the false banana leaves. In my country it would be totally frozen. So for me it's very interesting to see how preparing of food is very much connected with the weather and with the exact fruit, vegetable plants in general. Yeah.
After they have visited the day-to-day activities of farmers at the backyard, the tourists attend a coffee ceremony and witness the preparation of cultural foods from false banana.
The smell of a coffee is just great. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love coffee. We don't have coffee in our country, so we import it from Ethiopia. Here we can see how it really grows and how it is prepared, and it's great. The smell is great. The taste is totally different that we are used to. It's very delicious.
As a coffee ceremony, the tourists show their national culture to the local communities. This practice has paramount significance in strengthening cultural exchanges among peoples.
Szła dzieweczka do laseczka, do zielonego, ha ha ha, do zielonego, ha ha ha, do zielonego. Napotkała myśliweczka bardzo szwarnego, ha ha ha, bardzo szwarnego, ha ha ha, bardzo szwarnego. Gdzie jest ta ulica, gdzie jest ten dom, gdzie jest ta dziewczyna, co kocham ją? Znalazłem ulicę, znalazłem dom, znalazłem dziewczynę, co kocham ją.
ቱሪዝም የባህል ልውውጥ ነው።
Tourism is all about cultural exchange, so it's created a conducive environment for tourists and local people to have cultural exchange. This exchange is remarkable.
The people have been so kind, very sweet, always smiling, very kind, welcoming. They want to make you feel comfortable.
After experiencing the traditional lifestyle of Sidama people at Hanafa's cultural tourist village, the tourists were surprised about what they saw.
We visited a family, and it's a very, very big, how can I say, very big house. They had a cow, little cow inside, a little calf.
I think the craftsmanship is unmatched, and I think it's amazing that they're able to create such beauty using such simple, objects found in nature.
It was a very, very good impression we got. Everybody is really friendly and eager to help, and it's amazing. I love very much how people in Ethiopia greets us and welcome us in your country.
We like the climate, we like the green area, and we like the people who are smiling all the time and are very kind, and it's a great pleasure to be here.
Reserved as a cultural tourist village, Hanafa has been promoting the culture of the local people to the outside world. The village has been attracting a big number of local and international tourists. The local people have also been financially benefiting from the village.
I have been able to send my kids to school and provide for my family.
ተጠቃሚነታችን አሁን ምንድነው? እዛ ከመጡ በኋላ ከዛ ሲወጡ ይህን ቡና የምናሳይበት ቤት ይመጣሉ።
After they have visited the coffee ceremony and the process of false banana preparation, the tourists put in the amount of money they can. With the money we gained, we fulfill basic things, including buying cattle and sending our children to school.
The local community process false banana and prepare coffee ceremony on a daily basis. The travel agents who bring tourists to the village pay service fees. In addition, the tourists also contribute some to the local people, voluntarily in the form of money or in kind. So, the local people are benefiting in many ways. To sustain the benefits, the local people keep their locality clean. I too sustain my life as a tour operator.
Spending night in this village, the tourists visit the surrounding area without the need to have transportation service. If the local people do not have enough money to provide cultural foods and stage a coffee ceremony and other cultural stuff, the tourists offer help.
The Hanafas Cultural Tourist Village is a place in which the culture, lifestyle, eating and other activities of the people become tourist attraction. The great cultural values of the people too are able to excite tourists. There are a number of efforts to pass on these tourism experiences to the other parts of the zone.
ይሄን አካባቢ በተለይ ወደ ወንዶ ገነት አካባቢ ለማስፋት በዚህ አመት ስራ እየሰራን ያለነው
This year we have been exerting efforts to expand the best experience we accumulated here to Wondo Genet and other districts of this zone. The reason we stayed here for long was because a significant number of tourists flocks to this area. But we now have shown the possibility for emulation by other localities.
To promote attraction sites, roads and other tourist facilities such as hotels and lodges are very important. They help tourists to enjoy attraction sites with a little effort. This fancy lodge has contributed a lot for the establishment of Hanafa's Cultural Tourist Village in this regard.
ይርጋለም ከተማ ላይ የአረጋሽ ሎጅ አለ። ይህ ሎጅ
There is what we call Aragash Lodge in Yirgalem town. This lodge is a tourist attraction by itself, in addition to offering lodging services. It was built in line with the Sidama house building culture. A number of international tourists come to this area.
በሎጁ ውስጥ የተለያዩ የቡና ዝርያዎች አሉ።
In this lodge there are a number of coffee species. Since there are indigenous trees inside the compound of the lodge, tourists who are unable to travel a long distance can visit here. But the main thing we do in Aragash Lodge is taking tourists to appreciate its Sidama design.
At this lodge, tourists can enjoy viewing the beauty of wild animals and various bird species. Evening are the best time to enjoy the traditional coffee ceremony.
ብዙ አፍት አሉ። እስካሁን ድረስ የተመዘገበ
There are more than 100 different bird species, but their appearance is seasonal. However, tourists can anyway enjoy watching them.
The architecture, the way that they build the little huts, it's very spacious. But what's nice about it, it's very green.
We walked around here, we were able to see the farm where they grow the pineapple and strawberries and papaya and avocado.
There's monkeys almost everywhere. There's birds, beautiful ones. There's goats. There's those shopping malls, like outside shopping malls. There's a lot of trees, a lot of wildlife. It's awesome.
Hospitality is unmatched. Everyone says hello. Everyone offers to help. Everyone is kind to my children. When we booked the lodge, I said I needed 2 extra beds because we're traveling with 4 children. And as soon as we got here, the 2 beds were there. They were ready for us. And the room is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
This country really offers a lot. We haven't been to the north yet. We're going tomorrow, but we started off visiting Lucy in Addis Ababa, which is the cradle of civilization. So to start with that is just enough in itself, but then we drove all the way down to the Omo Valley and experienced a lot down there. So I think the north will be very different. Every place we've been is so different.
I think probably because a lot of people don't really know much about Ethiopia, but once you start reading about Ethiopia, you realize the diversity. You know, the north where the castles are, where the churches are, in the south where the tribes are. I think the tourism should really focus on the diversity of Ethiopia because it's, I think, unlike any other country in Africa.
I think you cannot appreciate Ethiopia if you haven't come south, if you haven't seen the culture, the tradition, the kindness, the generosity, and just the greenness, the expanse. If you only see Addis, if you only see a city, if you only see what's on U.S. news, you would never know that this was.
Kaya kambali, kaya tama o sidela bali.